I remember a little over a year ago, when the pandemic first began, I felt like I needed to get a neck brace to avoid whiplash from all of the rapid changes that were happening so quickly. And just recently, in these last 2 weeks, I felt like I needed to get that neck brace all over again with the quick changes from the CDC guidelines change to the state level. So, for our parish's sake and for your neck's sake, I'd like to provide some clarity on what we'll be doing at St. Thomas Aquinas and some changes that you'll see. Beginning this weekend, those who are vaccinated in accordance with CDC guidelines will no longer be required to wear masks when gathering for Mass. What we've come to find is that the vaccine is very effective not only in preventing getting the virus, but effective also in preventing the spread of the virus. So if you've been vaccinated, you'll no longer be required to wear a mask, but you're certainly more than welcome to wear one if you'd like for yourself. Those who are not vaccinated have the responsibility and the obligation to protect those around them. So if you're not vaccinated, we ask that you wear a mask and make sure that you take on that responsibility to protect all those around you. And as always, if you're feeling sick, this has always been the case, if you're feeling sick, you don't need to come to Mass. For the safety of others, for your safety as well, if you're sick, if you've got those symptoms, you don't need to come to Mass. I would like to encourage you, if you're not going to be wearing a mask, don't throw these away, because I have big plans that everyone in our St. Thomas Aquinas parish family will someday be canonized a saint, which means these bad boys will someday be a second-class relic. So don't just throw these away. Keep a hold of them, because someday that'll be a second-class relic at your canonization as a saint. One of the other changes that you'll see is that we'll have space for those to social distance or for those to not social distance, depending on whatever you feel comfortable with. So in half of the church on the east side of pews, we'll be removing the signs that block off every other pew. So whatever you feel comfortable with, if you feel more comfortable being closer together, you can sit on the east side over by the baptismal font. Or if you still want a social distance, if you feel most comfortable there, you can sit on the west side closest to the cantors and musicians. Part of the reason that we're doing this is because we found, again, in accordance with CDC guidelines, that we can gather together if you're vaccinated, especially in large spaces. The risk is very minimal. And what we have at St. Thomas Aquinas is a very big space, 40-foot ceilings. So it's easy to see how we can have a lot of people gathered and even gather a little bit closer and still not be at a high risk for spreading the pandemic. Also, we have our air conditioner and air handler blowing during Mass. And one misconception I've heard at this time is that thinking that fan would sort of blow the virus around and help spread it. And what I've heard from local health experts is that not only does it help not spread it, but it actually dissipates the virus. So whatever air, whatever respiration is out there, those fans help to dissipate the virus so that we would be less likely to catch it. In our 40-foot ceiling building, we're pretty safe, even gathering together, but you'll still have the option to social distance on the west side if you'd like, or gather closer together on the east side. Also, since most of the students are gone for the summer, it's pretty easy to just keep social distance at Masses. And especially this weekend, we'll have 4 different Masses you can go to, so it should be easy to space out. So, shameless plug, for our 4th Mass this weekend, we'll be at 5:30 on Sunday, and it'll be Father Martin Coolidge's first Mass of Thanksgiving as a priest. So if you don't have plans at 5:30 on Sunday, please come to that great celebration. And if you do have plans on Sunday, cancel those plans and come to the Mass because it's a pretty great honor to have a priest that claims St. Thomas Aquinas as his home parish and wants to come here to celebrate his first Mass. So come to Father Martin's first Mass, 5:30 on Sunday, if you'd like and if you have time. A couple people have asked me the question if it counts for the Sunday obligation for the Sunday Mass. The answer is yes. 5:30 on Sunday, it counts, so to speak. But a great celebration. So pray for Father Martin as he's ordained a priest on Saturday. And if you'd like, come to his first Mass at 5:30 on Sunday. Yeah, ordained a priest on Saturday morning, first Mass Sunday evening, 5:30 at St. Thomas. Whew. All right, I think I got that straight. Last change that you'll see is, or that we'll be doing is, we won't be sanitizing pews after every single Mass. What we've come to find is that the virus isn't spread by surface-to-surface contact, so we won't be sanitizing the pews after every Mass. We will continue to sanitize the whole church building throughout the course of the week with our personnel crew, but we won't be sanitizing them after every single Mass. We still do have hand sanitizer for everyone to have as they come in and as they leave to keep everyone safe. Lastly, as we do these changes and as we go forward, an encouragement, of course, to continue to practice the virtues that keep us united together as the body of Christ. We want to avoid the anger, the judgment, the division that we've seen during the pandemic, because as Christians, as Catholics, especially as people at St. Thomas Aquinas, we're better than that. We can assume the best of each other. So continue to practice those virtues, in particular of patience with each other, especially as we go to a phase where those who are vaccinated won't wear masks. Those who are not vaccinated, we ask to wear masks. I want you to practice the virtues of honesty and trust. So honesty, that number one, I'm doing everything I can to protect those around me. I need to honestly tell myself, okay, am I honestly doing the best I can to protect those around us? So be honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself. But also trust. When we see someone else doing whatever, trust that they are doing their best to protect everyone around them. And finally, practicing the virtue of humility. Humility that maybe I don't have all the answers, but also humility in saying I might have my preferences or I might think I know the right thing, but I can have humility enough to say, you know what, I can put my preferences aside for the good of the greater whole. I want to thank you for everything, all of your cooperation, and especially your prayers throughout this pandemic. I've been very impressed with how good you guys have been. I might be a little bit biased, but I think St. Thomas Aquinas is pretty much, the best parish in the whole diocese. Not that it's a competition, but if it was, we'd be the winners. But anyway, I just want to thank you for your collaboration, your understanding, your patience. Continue to practice these virtues. Continue to pray for me. Know that I pray for you as well. And stay holy and stay healthy. God bless you.